We all have a story. My name is Timothy Mills Jr. Please allow me to share my story with you. Here at my blog, Construction gave me the tools to build a better life. I hope to express to you a genuine vulnerability about my story and my life that will bridge the gap between us and invite you to share your vulnerability with me. And together we can establish a deep, lasting connection. I believe that storytelling is the most uniquely powerful form of human connection. 5 years ago, my story changed when I woke up for the first time in as long as I could remember, and I didn't use heroin, and I didn't use any other drug, and I did not drink alcohol. Every day since that morning, I've woken up sober. For as long as I could remember, I hated my story. I was ashamed of who I was because I believed that I was less than my fellows. No one ever expressed this sentiment to me, nor did any event or series of events occur which led me to believe that I didn't measure up. Nonetheless, my worldview was shaped by a fundamental belief that I wasn't good enough. This set the stage for every encounter I had with alcohol and drugs thereafter. What I believed I had found in alcohol and drugs was the power to rewrite my story. Instead, what I found was a destructive force that tore my life apart and everyone's life who encountered me. The next 10 years upon exposure to alcohol and drugs became Groundhog's Day, where each day was the next worst day of my entire life. This led me to a place of homelessness, running from a looming prison sentence. I was living, you might say, to die, except I couldn't die fast enough. I believed that I would die before I was caught by the police. I just couldn't bring myself to commit suicide. On March 29, 2013, I awoke in a jail cell. I was no stranger to jail cells, but I did awake sober, and that was something altogether new to me. That day was the beginning of a new story in my life. There were fundamental changes in my life and the way I experienced life around me, starting that very day. What brought about those changes at first was a profound pain. The first change was a fear of death. For as long as I could remember, I wanted to die. This change when I woke that morning was that I didn't want to die. And this was uniquely different. The second change, and the change that I'm going to write considerably about moving forward here and what I've written about up till today, is the ability to see our fellows in a similar light as opposed to seeing the unique differences in them. I believe that I'm hardwired to instinctually see differences in those around me. And in so doing, I cut off nearly every opportunity to establish a lasting connection with the world around me. What I began to experience when I asked for help, when I was in tremendous pain and saw no way out of my suffering, was that there were people, good people, who were willing to help me, who wanted nothing from me other than to see me get well and see me be healthy and happy. And the way they expressed this and the way they expressed their help and offered help was through their unique stories. And though the circumstances and settings of each one of these stories was different, what I began to see were very similar threads of truth which ran through each and every one. And what I've begun to understand are there are fundamental truths in this world. And when I'm willing to find those and search those out in the people around me, instead of beginning to see the differences, I establish a connection which I didn't know was possible with the world around me. And in so doing, I begin to see the beautiful things in life. I begin to see what's good in this world and what's worth saving. So I hope in sharing myself with you and opening up and expressing vulnerability, that you will in turn be willing to share your life with me and share your story with me. And together we can build a connection. Together we can see what's beautiful in this world. And in so doing, we can reach out to build a better world. Thank you.